It's the Joe Show. Hey, and welcome to the Joe Show with me, Joe. This is the show where I read an article a day and then give my opinion on it. Let's jump right into it, though. Today's article is entitled, Video Games Are Changing Live Music in the Midst of COVID-19. To give some context, at this date and time in space, we are currently in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, which is a virus that has spread havoc all over the world and locked people down indoors, canceling live events. You can't go to the bars with your friends. You can't go to the movies anymore. You can't go to concerts. You can't gather in large places all across the world because of this highly infectious respiratory disease. And as a result, it has kind of influenced musicians to move the concerts from the venues, outside to virtual venues. And so this article is talking about how these musicians and labels are trying new streaming and events to draw people in. So there's, in the article, he talks about, he gives the context of COVID-19 like I just did, and then he jumps into two video games that recently held virtual concerts. The first one is Minecraft, and the second one is Fortnite. He talks about Minecraft first. If you're not familiar with it, God, there's so much to explain about Minecraft. But it's pretty much a game where you are dropped onto a server with a pickaxe, and then everything around you is a block, a voxel, I believe they're called, but a block. And you can mine different blocks, and you get different things like grass, stone, wood, etc. And then you can actually build using these items that you gain. You can build all sorts of stuff. It's a very popular game because of the freedom that it allows you. And also, people have done some incredible things inside of Minecraft, like recreate the Death Star, or even make a computer within this game that's running on a computer. They created a computing device in Minecraft. It's a pretty intense game. So anyways, he jumped in. He didn't really know what to expect, but after experiencing it, he felt like with some gameplay overhauls, this could actually be a viable way of doing concerts in the future for attendees. One thing that I found really interesting was that after all of the connection issues that he faced because Minecraft wasn't built for this, and he got inside, they had some interaction points like concert merch. So you could actually get special hoodies or t-shirts for in-game use, for Minecraft use, that were only available at this concert at that time, which is pretty cool. They also had like a donation section where you could go and donate to the organizers and the artists. And then also they disallowed anybody from breaking or hurting each other, so everyone was just there to have a good time. And they did give out drinks. So you were able to get a quote-unquote drink, alcoholic drink, and if you used the item, your screen would get all wobbly, I guess, like you were intoxicated. So I think that's really cool. It sounds like it was a good time, and actually we have a video here of the Square Garden event. So this is what it looked like. You can see here that he got up on stage, whoever this player was, and if I pause the video and you look out, you got the DJ set up there. You've got the whole crowd. So it's this big almost cave that everyone's chilling in, jumping around. You can kind of see people have their own costumes on. They dress their character however they wanted. So it could actually be a pretty interesting alternative while social distancing, or even if they refine the experience a little bit, it could be a very cool alternative just in general. If you can get virtual items that are specific to that concert and only experience it then and there with these people and do sort of like gamey things like jump around and destroy stuff or build stuff, or all sorts of interactions that a game can enable. I think it could be a very, very cool experience, especially if it is user created. So if the users can create art while the music's going on, in kind of like a collaborative thing during a live concert, I think that's actually a very, very cool and unique thing that only games can bring. The next game that he talks about is Fortnite. And if you're not familiar with Fortnite, it's a game where you're put on a map with 100 other people. You all skydive into the map and then land somewhere. And then you collect weapons and resources. And then you pretty much fight to be the last person to survive. And so they did a collaboration with an artist named Travis Scott. And what they did is, for the time that the concert was taking place, they disabled any like shooting, any sort of death that the players could run into, so that they could just enjoy the concert experience. And the concert experience that they put on was even kind of more grandiose than the Minecraft event. The Minecraft event was just, as you kind of saw, a DJ setup where the players could come in and stand in front of it and listen to the music, whereas this one was a crafted experience that Travis Scott worked with the developers on. So if we look at that one here, here we go. You can see the player here in the middle of the screen, and he is over at the venue that they set up for this concert. There's currently music playing, and they had special emotes so people could bring out flaming mic stands and dance around. And then slowly but surely, Travis Scott, I believe, steps out onto the stage. And let's see if I can go forward a little bit. We've got him dancing up on the stage. Yeah, there you go. You can see Travis Scott as a giant dancing in the middle of this virtual environment. The players can move around it. They could build these stairs and kind of get different vantage points, full movement around. I mean, this is something that you wouldn't experience at a concert, right? You can't jump up into the sky and watch a concert while you're there. And then near the end of it, I believe they even dropped them. Yeah, they dropped the color scheme, and they did a totally kind of acid trip color scheme. You could see chakra running through Travis Scott up here. And then I believe at the end, they had the players fly through space and time while listening to his new song. This is something that you would not experience, obviously, at a concert. It's a very unique, original experience. I think it's very, very interesting, especially with the inclusion of business items like, specific emotes or specific skins, specific whatever hats that you can only get during the concert at that time for your virtual avatar. And it even kind of brings into a bigger question of can we go even further? So if I were to attend the Travis Scott concert in Fortnite and get that emote or that t-shirt or whatever, could I then take it over to Minecraft? Is there a way for us to build almost, I think what people are calling this is a metaverse, where you can get items from one game and see them in the space of another place? Are we building towards that in this virtual kind of world and virtual experience that we're now seeing take place because of COVID-19? I don't have the answers. I think it's really interesting. I'm curious what you guys think about it. Did any of you attend the Minecraft or Fortnite concerts? I did the Fortnite Steve Aoki experience, which happened after the Travis Scott one. Wasn't quite as big or grandiose. They just had a stage setup, and then a live video stream with Steve Aoki and Dylan Francis on it. Looks something like this. As you can see, just a blank screen kind of being projected on with the live stream of the DJ, and then they had a bunch of lights and stuff. Obviously, a concert venue you can see here was set up, and you could move around in it. And then also there was a whole island outside of that you could go explore, and this was just set up in one spot. It was also really interesting, but if they add even more interaction and ability to do stuff with other people there in some way, shape, or form, I think this could be a very viable alternative to concerts in the future, or just a new addition to the world. Just more virtual experiences where people gather. These massively multiplayer online virtual experiences, I think, are really cool. So that has been the Joe Show for today. Thank you for tuning in. I try to do this every single day with a new article, new opinion, new facts. Hope you learned something. If you have an article that you want me to comment on or want to interact in any way, shape, or form, it's hijoeshow@gmail.com. hijoeshow@gmail.com. Subscribe to my channel, share my videos with a friend, comment below on what you think about live music events changing into virtual music events. And I'll see you tomorrow.